Hi folks, Dino Bob here with another building blocks, this time the basics of terraforming. In this video we're going to look at the basics of using the landscaping tools. When you open the menu you will see there are two sliders, one for size, which will determine the size of your circle. Right now we're set at 100%, so you just see a single line circle. If you reduce the percentage, you'll see you have two concentric circles, and the effect will tend to dissipate as you go from the inner circle to the outer circle. So the first tool is the raising tool, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So as long as you hold that button down, it will build in that spot to make a tremendous cone, which is not terribly useful. It can be very sensitive. I was trying to move it and I tapped it and got a couple more mounds. That's easy enough to deal with the second tool, which is the level tool. When you get those things you don't want, set it up to 100% and just make those go away. The center of the tool is important. If we slide it part way up this mountain and then press the left button, it starts drawing out a level surface at that level. So we can make a plateau that way. All right? So now we got a plateau instead of that silly little mound. The next tool across the line is the roughen tool, and this is one you probably want to be a little sensitive with. If I use the 100% version, you'll see it's very easy to get rapid. That's a gentle touch. That's holding my finger down. Not real great. So that level tool takes away. I'm going to leave the other one there for the moment. The next tool in reading order is the lower tool, and it works just like the raise tool, but of course in the other direction. So pretty straightforward. The next tool is the erode tool, which is very neat and has different effects depending on where you use it. And it attempts to mimic natural erosion. So as you can see, we eroded away the plateau to get a more natural shape. A little light touch on either of those upper edges, and watching the angle at which the circles sit helps a lot too. Now if I take that up to 100, you'll see it's going to be more aggressive and make things go away even more. And this is a great tool for developing landforms. You want to build a mountain and then have it look like something other than a giant cone. This is the tool for you. So if we use it over here, this is 95%. So this can give you a useful feel to a particular piece of terrain. We're set up now to look at the last tool, which is smooth. And again, I've got it set very high, and this is a quick way to get slopes. If you set it lower, you get less aggressive action, and you can gently smooth surfaces, perhaps more than you want. Having your settings low and being subtle about it is a good thing in this game for certain tools. If you go too low on this tool, however, you can hardly see what it's doing. Your choice. This is the park you're building, so you want it to be cool. I'm going to cover some of the other landscaping tools in other videos, but I'm going to show you one more trick on this one with the raised button. It's going to be a raise tool, and I want to make it a little more intense, and we're going to make it big. I'm going to look at that landscape there and run our tool along it. You can see that this foliage, which is painted foliage, moves along with the land surface, and so we made that pretty strong. So we're going to come down and smooth some of it back down to make it a little gentle, or come in with the Erode tool and get some sharper edges. But what that rapidly let us do is now we've got a more natural looking terrain feature in the distance, and we've broken up the skyline. It's not as flat a plane looking out toward the mountains that surround your prehistoric kingdom. So, thanks for dropping by. If you liked this, found it useful, press like, and if you want to see more from me, subscribe please, and because I'm going to be churning these out for a while, helping beginners get an idea of the tools, and maybe some of the more experienced builders get a sense of what's different about Prehistoric Kingdom's tools. So that's it. Be well and be kind to each other.